Welcome back to day 10 of spring, year 1. I'm Civvie. And we're here once again. The cock's going off. We're here to talk about all sorts of stuff. We had to greet one more person. But first, we must water our plants. But yeah, as we were talking about yesterday, the poor people problems, more of a, we gotta make it not hard for them to do the thing that they need to do, which is become not poor, or at least become stable. Because a lot of people, they don't have the chance to live a stable life, and it just kind of continuously is a problem for them. And it shouldn't be, because it making that stable life is something as a society we should attempt to do. Definitely, we should lower the cost of certain living expenses so that we can so that those people can actually afford to have extra money and not have to worry about what time is it? 8. She's not in the kitchen yet. Okay. She's almost there. Fuck off, dude. I'm just trying to be nice. But yeah, a lot of the problem that poor people run into, minus mental health problems, those, a bunch of those can be solved by doing the things. Closed Wednesdays. Fuck. Tuesday, Wednesday. She goes to the museum at 10. Okay. We have to go to the museum anyway. But yeah, make it cheaper for poor people to get the base necessities. And personally, I'd prefer it to be free, but that's not the way humans work. Oh, I forgot to bring the thing I was trying to bring. That's okay. So make it cheap and easy enough so that people don't have to struggle to get basic necessities. Because that's usually what ends up being the problem, is I just need to meet this one lady. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Ma'am. Okay, well, I finished that. Give someone a gift. Okay, I don't currently have any gifts. Why are you digging in the trash? I thought it'd be fun. Yeah, lower the cost of living, and then raise, or you know what? I was gonna say raise the price of or the minimum wage, but that actually probably isn't as useful as you might think. I think it'd be more, personally at least, like raising the minimum wage is cool and all, but I think raising or oh, Linus. I think raising the, like, making it seem like life is more than just like go to work or wake up, depending on how well off you are. Oop. Hello. Go to work, go home, eat garbage, go to sleep, right? We want to avoid that in particular. So I think that, like, maybe like more mandatory raises and stuff would be good. Something like that. Like, there's no 100% great way to go about it, but like, anything to make life worth living would be great, especially for poor people, because a lot of them, you know, there's the thing I'm trying to take to the yeah, the making life worth living, I think it's key, and something we're continuously cracking down upon, which is not all like the fault of the people. Hey, how do you feel about... Nice. $100. Yeah, it's not the fault of the it's not the fault of the people, it's kind of everything. And it stacks is part of the problem, right? So like you can increase one thing and then like everything else also continues to be shitty. Pow. Donate to the museum. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough problem, which is why no one solved it. There are always going to be certain people who want to be homeless and or sticks in the mud, etc., etc. But there are also people who are trying to get out of that poor trap but can't. And if we could make it easier for those people to live, it would be great. Which means doing things like, you know, not blocking large scale development, stuff like that. Like, those are the sorts of things that we need to look at. Because if you make it so that everything is incredibly expensive, especially housing, your poor people are going to be just, you know, spending most of their money on housing. Like, I spend a little bit more than half of my pay every month on housing, right? And this is the cheapest place I can find, other than like living with a whole bunch of people is the only other option, which is not a good option, because there are other costs related to that. Ooh, free geode. Nice. Oh, that's how you get rid of them. Okay. lower housing, or give bursaries for it. I would really prefer to see the housing cost just lowered in general, because I think if they want to make it so that if we as a people want to make it so home ownership is like the thing you do, we need to, as a people, get together and be like, okay, yeah, so you can't charge $2,000 a month for this house. That just doesn't make sense. The like, personally, I'd kind of prefer to see like rental housing kind of go away, like actual houses go away, and make it so you can't own, over X amount of houses, because you don't need 8 houses. Like, make vacation homes extremely expensive. Like, so expensive only the super rich would bother. Unless they're in, like, places with population density under X amount. Oops. So, your lake house, not a problem. Your second house in the city, a problem. Stop that. Because you're just running up the housing rate for no reason. For a house you don't live in, right? Which theoretically, like, they're supposed to stop. Like, they're supposed to stop that sort of stuff. I guess I'm just gonna go forge for some stuff. Like, but much like a lot of the tax laws, it's only illegal for poor people. Like, the rich people have enough time to figure their shit out, so they don't have to worry about it. I'd really like to see that go the opposite way, where, like, hey, you want to do stuff, this is going to take a whole bunch of time to set up, and you have to do it. You can't have another person do it, because that's a lot of the things that, like, catches poor people. Is like, okay, so this bursary exists. Yes, cool. Okay, you have to stand in line for 10 hours to get it. It's like, well, if you have to stand in line for that long, like, you've just missed a day of work, right? And as a poor person, a day of work is like 2 days of eating, right? Or whatever it happens to be. In a lot of cases, it's something like that. And your boss will not be nice about it if you take that day off work. It will be a problem. Even if you're in a job where you're redundant and you're just there for whatever reason, like, it's a problem to take that time off. So you can't get ahead even with the bursaries that exist, because they're too hard to get. Like, you're throwing money down the drain to be able to get this bursary. And then there's a certain point when you are the bursary is for extremely poor people who normally can't use that sort of thing. Like, either say, like, they just wouldn't be interested in it, or don't have the mental capacity for it, or whatever. And the, like, people coming up out of the poorhouse can't get the bursary because it's not for them. They make too much money. And it's like, well, I could really use this. And then the people in charge come back and they're like, yeah, that's nice, but you can't have it. which happens in a lot of like sports bursaries and stuff like that. Hello, kitty. I can't pet the kitty. Fuck. Oh, I've already got that one. It is indeed a rerun. But we'll go to sleep for tonight. We can think about poor people tomorrow. As a poor person, and as probably a poor person yourself, I hope you have a nice night or day. These are going to go uploaded in the morning, so day it is.